a cloud that was in blue zone with the number 9 in my zone. I was
What is up, Lilac City? Brandon here, and today on this shorter episode of Spokast, I'm joined by none other than Iyzlow Matisse, one half of Change Matisse. We sat down to talk about his brand new solo single, Humble Pie, which dropped yesterday, July 22nd, and what started out as a quick little chat that was only supposed to go about 30 minutes, it turned into a full deep dive into his story, his influence, and of course, a blind pie taste test. We get into Mike's journey into music, how it started with Motown and soul, thanks to his mom and grandma, and eventually led him to freestyling at house parties and producing his own tracks. Humble Pie has actually been in the works since about 2018, and in this conversation, we break down how it finally came together. And I also need to give a quick shout out to CallyAnn of Crothers Critters for blessing us with an absolutely incredible farm fresh apple pie. It was unreal. You got to go check her out on Instagram, Facebook. I think she's more active on Facebook, but she makes an amazing farm fresh pie. This had apples and cranberries in it, some oatmeal, and it was so freaking good. Crothers Critters is making some really, really, really good pies. And I also got a shout out to my wife of 20 years now. Happy anniversary, Abbey. And she also made her famous homemade apple pie that she only brings out during the holidays. And this was such a fun episode to get to do on the podcast and do with Matisse. He was such a trooper, and we just really get into his story and making this single, Humble Pie. You can go listen to Humble Pie wherever you listen to music. Just search Iyzlow Matisse, Humble Pie. That's Iyzlow Matisse, Matisse, and go listen to his music. He has some really freaking good songs. Do It For is another one of my favorites, but I will not keep you any longer. Here is Iyzlow Matisse on Spokast. Peace.
Undermining the mission. Focus my competition. Could get a slice of that humble pie. I'm running routes, they don't run it right. My whole squad is here with cold bars and beer, giving you vibes like a summer night. I bring light like stars appear and ride with it like Paul Revere. I start here, take it back to basics. I'm about to say fuck the day shit.
All right.
Are you hot?
I'm hot. It is hot under these lights,
yeah.
And I move too much, and I've gained a lot of weight. And when big guys move too fast, they start sweating profusely.
Bro, I'm a sweaty guy. You're speaking my language. I've lost a little bit, but I'm still sweating.
I'm trying to lose a little bit, and that's gonna go really well tonight after we eat some pie, drink some beer.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to talk to you. But first, what is up, Lilac City, and welcome back to Spokast. We're doing a blind pie taste test with Iyzlow Matisse because to celebrate your new single that's coming out on July 22nd, Humble Pie.
That's right.
And I got to say, I feel like I have a big part in this only because I've been wanting this song to come out for a year, 9 months.
Yeah.
I think I probably just randomly text you every once in a while, like, hey, when's Humble Pie coming out?
When are you dropping it, asshole? When are you getting to that? Yeah. No, you and a lot of people, man. It's a long time coming, and I'm excited to finally get it out. But yes, it has been a long time. I've been performing this fucking song for the better part of a year or more. So yeah, people have been clamoring for it.
And when I was like, I'm kind of coming back, doing more some like shorter form podcasts, I was like, this would be perfect. And I want to do more fun things that are like, interactive. We can get some good clips from them. But we actually have never really told your entire story on Spokast. And I would love to just give you a quick opportunity to like talk about like your beginnings in hip hop and like from. We don't got to talk about your first rap name.
Hey, thanks for putting me on blast, bro. You're trying to get me canceled. Shit.
But I would just love to talk about like your origins because like you're one of the funniest guys I know. He came to my 40th birthday and he roasted me really, really well.
Yeah, man.
But when did you get into hip hop?
Well, first, the roast, that was a lot of fun, man. I really appreciate you for inviting me to that and letting me do it. It's weird to go up and do comedy in like a room full of people that they all know you, but they don't fucking know me at all.
Right.
So to try to get laughs and stuff. So that was a cool little part of the performer muscle to get to flex. As far as how I got my start, I mean, I've always been a hip hop fan since I was very young. I got to shout out my mom and my grandma for having very eclectic tastes in music and exposing me to that stuff very early. My grandma, she's big on like Motown and soul, Temptations, Marvin Gaye, all that stuff. So I was hearing soul music from like a very young age and getting exposure to that. And then my mom, it was sort of weird because like when it comes to parenting styles, my mom was always very strict about most things. She was very strict about like curfew hours and friends in the house and things like that. And my dad was more loose with that shit. He really didn't care what I was out doing. As far as like music and media I consume, though, I remember I went and bought the Nelly Country Grammar CD.
Oh my goodness!
And tried to play it in the car with my dad, and it got to like song number 2, and he ejected the CD and threw it out the window.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, he's like, I don't play that shit and blah 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 blah, and all this other stuff. I got to that verse on Country Grammar that I can't sing. It's going down.
Yeah.
Now come to the circus, watch me clown. So yeah, I can't sing that verse. But my dad couldn't sing that verse either, so he threw the CD the fuck out the car. My mom, on the other hand, I remember we went to Best Buy. She bought the Dog Pound album, Nas, Illmatic. She bought Big Timers, Nappy Roots. She bought all of this stuff that was heavily rooted in hip hop and also had a lot of soul elements to it, a lot of the sampled beats. And so I was getting exposed to all this stuff at a pretty young age. And my mom also was really big into studying South Africa for a while, and she got me into like South African hip hop and
Wow.
that culture and stuff like that, and that was a whole different thing for me. So there was that side of it where I was really kind of getting in love with hip hop and lyricism and these things that were speaking to me. And then at school, I was a drama kid. I was a drama nerd. I was doing drama shows and improv. I was doing like Whose Line Is It Anyway type shows where it was a lot of improvisation and quick thinking on your feet and trying to be funny and those types of things. And this is before Wild 'N Out or Nick Cannon or any of that stuff,
Right.
But those two things always kind of spoke to me. And so finding a way to marry those things, you go to a lot of house parties as a teenager, and my buddy at the time was making beats, and they weren't the greatest beats, but he was making beats. And I just started freestyling at parties and flexing that improv muscle.
Right.
And then when high school ended, I was still kind of looking for a way to do that and wasn't really wanting to get into like acting or anything. Didn't really know where to bridge that gap or start, but rapping at house parties was an easier bridge to gap or an easier thing for me to get into. So I just kept kind of going with that, and then started booking shows and actually like writing music and trying to develop the craft, and just a lot of my favorite artists in general are really heavy on the lyrics angle of things. Like I used to listen to a lot of Lupe Fiasco and Aesop Rock and Black Thought and all like just all these really, really lyrical guys that could tell a story and still make like a banger tune.
Right.
It wasn't just like lyrical miracle type stuff. But yeah, so that just really spoke to me, and that's always how I kind of wanted to tell my story. So to be able to take those improvisational skills from the drama stuff that I had learned and apply it to hip hop and lyricism and all those things. And now, I mean, you can ask Zach. He always gets pissed off at me because it'll take him 2-3 weeks to write a verse or something. He'll write a verse or write 4 bars and come back and kind of work on it more. And that's a totally valid way of working. Me, the way that I have been able to work, because I type fast. I can type about as fast as my brain can freestyle. Yeah. So I'll get like 8-9 bars out before I kind of lose the flow and have to go back and catch it again. But I get a verse done in like 20-30 minutes a lot of times. And I almost feel like, man, do I need to go back and like rework that or whatever? But sometimes you just don't want to touch the art too much and want to let it flow. So it's really cool to be able to apply those improvisational and like quick thinking aspects to the performance and to the songwriting.
Yeah, no, it always amazes me in the time we've spent together of you doing like out of the bag stuff or any freestyle stuff. Like to have that muscle and to be able to do it whenever you can want to do it. Sure. Like it just seems like such a art form, and I was just like, it's not jealousy. It's just like it's just so cool, and I wish I could do it, but like the typing as fast as you thinking or typing as fast as you think. Have you gotten checked for that? Like, what is that? What is that? Is that just like you can just type fast? Is that like?
Yeah. So I mean, I most of my day job stuff is like office jobs, so I'm learning how to type at a faster rate. And so like I switched. I remember when I made the pivot and it kind of clicked for me. I used to write in notebooks. I got old notebooks full of bars that no one will ever hear because they're back when I was still kind of honing the craft and learning my writing style. And as soon as I kind of realized I type faster than I write. Like hip hop purists will hate me for that because they got notebooks and writtens, and your writtens are writtens, you know what I'm saying? But mine are typed. And so, yeah, I have a Google Drafts folder just full of hundreds of just free flowing thought type thing where I throw the beat on, hear what the beat says to me, might run through it one time and kind of get the flow pattern down where you're making a lot of weird noises to yourself. I don't know if you've ever heard hip hop guys do that when they're trying to structure a verse. A lot of times it's not words at first. It's like random sounds that would almost be embarrassing to do in front of people, but you're really just hearing the beat and feeling like you're really just getting the pattern down of where those words are going to plug into place. You know, so you might do 1-2 run-throughs of like, okay, what is this beat saying to me? What are we talking about? What's the vibe? And then I just let it go, and a lot of times I can get several bars out before my brain has to kind of catch up with itself and then reevaluate where we're going from here, you know? That's
so valuable. That's so cool. I was thinking, I took my kid to see Piece by Piece, the Pharrell Williams movie, and they kind of touch on that a little bit because it's like, or, you know, everything is just kind of like pieces of the song, and Ed Sheeran does that, you know, like when he's writing a song, it's like he's singing it and he's not actually singing any words, he's just singing a beat just or a song
or whatever.
Well, I'm excited to get into this test. Why can't I think of what I'm calling it? We're calling it a blind taste test.
The blind taste test.
So what we have here is we have 3 different pies. What we're calling a store-bought pie, a homemade pie, and then a farm fresh pie. And when I say it's a farm fresh pie, literally at 6:00 tonight, my friend brought this pie to the studio fully baked, and it looked amazing. It doesn't look amazing anymore because I kind of had to demolish it with like getting a piece out. But that's what we have, and I'm not going to tell you what you're eating when you're eating it.
That's comforting.
Yeah, it's so they're all apple-based pies.
Okay, yeah.
So, but what I want you to do is is this the store-bought pie? Is this the homemade pie? Or is this the farm fresh pie? All these pies are going to taste amazing. I've never met a pie I didn't like. That's not true. I fucking hate pecan pies.
You hate pecan pie?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you love pecan pie?
I don't love pecan pie. It's not like my first choice, but I'll fuck up a slice of pecan pie, man. I'm not mad at that at all.
What is your favorite type of pie?
Oh, man, that's so tough. Favorite type of pie? You know, I do like a good apple pie with some ice cream on the side or some whipped cream or what have you. I think, either an apple pie or like, does a peach cobbler count as a pie? Like a peach pie? Yeah, then I would definitely say a peach cobbler. Yeah. My wife, shout out my wife, one year for my birthday, she made this peach cobbler cheesecake. It was like this marriage hybrid of the two things together. And I was going to marry her twice, bro. I was like...
That sounds amazing.
We're going to get divorced just so I can marry you again for that shit. Holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is there's cream cheese pies. I love a cheesecake. Yeah. But I also love peach, and putting those two things together, just like...
Out of this world, man.
Yeah.
With the crumble topping, like you just...
Yeah.
Stupid.
Well, we're going to dig into the very first pie. So Mike is going to put on a blind. I'm going to spray him with bear mace.
That's right. That's right.
But no, we're going to try this first pie.
Let me get suited real quick. It's from the COVID days. This is before we knew you had to have the N95. I just had this little gaiter. It doesn't protect you from germs or nothing.
Oh my God, I was running a lot during COVID because there was nothing else to do but run. And I bought a couple gators so I could run with gators. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of the effing forest. Like,
running with gators.
Do I need a gator on in this 90-degree weather?
Yeah, you do. Nobody knew, bro. I was wiping down groceries, man. Nobody fucking knew.
All right. Well, we got our first pie here. How do we want to do this whipped cream? Should I just put on? Do you want to to the side, or do you like?
I mean, you could just put it on the top or on the side. Well, here, let me no, put it on the side because I do want to hit the pie all natural one time. I want to get just a feel for it.
Okay.
You got to can you give me a fork or something?
Here's a fork.
Okay, weapon of choice.
And
we got it.
Here's your pie. Oh, I'm going to show the people the pie. Here's the pie.
Show the pie. Did you get pictures of the whole pies before you cut them up?
I did, yes.
Look at that. Good man.
So
Good
the
man.
pie is in front of you.
Okay.
Don't put your hand directly in it.
Well,
but pie number 1.
okay. Pie number 1. Let's see. Is that a huge bite?
Nope.
All right.
That's a good healthy bite. What are the profiles that you're tasting?
Well, that shit got apples in it. I do know that. Oh man, it got a good cinnamon flavor to it. I like how it kind of I don't know, it's because you microwaved it or what, but the pie or the apple and the cinnamon filling kind of gel in together a little bit. They got a nice consistency. And the crust is pretty flaky. The crust doesn't seem to taste too dry or anything. See, this is where, man, I feel like cold, I'd be able to ice this challenge, but you microwaved them all, which kind of revives the crust a little bit. So even if it's like a store-bought pie, I feel like the crust is gonna be lying to me.
That's so true.
Because of the microwave.
Well, yeah, that's the first pie.
I'm gonna hit it again just to make sure. Maybe if I can get another bite.
I think we have to do the rest of this interview with your eyes with you in a blind. But
hey, bro, eyes closed, Matisse. Let's do it.
So the first question I want to ask about as we're doing this pie challenge is like, first song. What was like the first song that you put on Spotify?
First song that I put on Spotify. Well, I mean, other than the group stuff. Because we've got albums that go back and back. But my first solo song on Spotify is a song called Do It For. And I know you like that song.
One of my favorites, yes.
That was just me wanting to kind of share to me what's important to me in life and what my reasons are for jumping on the microphone. I know we talked briefly before starting about, kind of this new chapter of branching out a little bit from the group stuff, doing more solo stuff, still doing group stuff, still got love for my guy. We got tracks coming and stuff, but I think that me and him both kind of wanted to be able to prove to ourselves that, we also have the ability to make good music individually and want to be able to share our own voice and contributions. So I was kind of joking, not to be full of ourselves, but I was joking with him the other day. It's like best case scenario Outcast. It's basically what it is, because Big Boy wanted to make bangers, Andre 3000 wanted to be on some like artsy flute shit, and then they parted ways and never got back together. But with us, it's like we both like artsy shit, we both like making bangers, so we're gonna part and make some artsy bangers and come back together with new knowledge, and maybe I know how to play a flute, he'll know how to play piano, and we'll make some crazy artsy flute banger music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's doing piano now.
Well, yeah, I know, right? I know.
He's doing all the jazz.
But yeah, follow your heart, man. That's what it's all about. But yeah, Do It For me was just my declaration of basically saying, these are my reasons for why I'm here and what I'm doing, and whatever it is that you're doing that resonates with you. If you got a talent, don't ever do it for free. I make sure you know your worth in this shit, and whatever you're doing or whatever you're good at, pursue that to the fullest. So.
When I say it's one of my favorites, I don't mean it's like one of my favorites of Mike's. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. I put that song. When I learned about the song, shout out Jinx Universe for getting me on it. Because I asked him one day, I was like, I need a Iyzlow solo song. What should I put on there? He's like, Do It For. And I have to say, like, I listen to that song very, very frequently, and it does, like, it puts you in a headspace of like you can't do this shit for free, but I also want to be passionate about it, and I feel like you kind of encapsulate that passion and everything you do. Like you're a very passionate person, and that song just really like is special to me too. So
thank you, man.
All right, we're on to pie Number 2, I'm not gonna get up close to the camera because you can't. I can't. It doesn't autofocus.
No, that's fine.
So here is pie number 2. I'm just gonna skip the whipped cream right now.
That's okay. Yeah, I can't see shit, so that seems like less mess.
All right, pie 2. Up right in front of you.
All right. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going in.
Did
I get anything?
No, you didn't get anything.
All right, let's try again.
Oh, that's yep.
All right.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that, those apples definitely got a little bit more mush to them. But not in a bad way. It's a different consistency, maybe a different kind of apple. The first ones were a little bit crispier, or like had more crunch to them. They're a little more substance to them. These are soft, and yeah. Let me here. Hold up. Let me figure. Hold on. Let me get real sticky.
I love this.
I'm trying to find some crust. Let me get.
Oh,
some,
there it is, sir.
yeah,
You found some crust.
I know how to find crust, Brendan. I can find crust in the dark. All right. Okay. All right. I wish I would tried the crust from the first one. I might have to go back, but
Yeah.
okay.
I think what we're gonna do is like at the last after the third one, and you are gonna name which ones each are. You can taste the crust again.
Okay.
So question 2, you're famously a part of a duo, Spokane's best hip hop duo group, artists. How you've been named by the Inlander best hip hop group for what, is it 3 or 4 years in a row?
It's 3. We did the 3-peat.
Yeah, and but like, is that what is that? How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's what am I trying to say here? It's awesome. I mean, it really is. You know, I'm not big on like searching for validation. I firmly believe, like we were talking about with Do It For, I have my reasons for why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. I believe in the music that I'm making and the message that I'm sharing, and you know, the example I'm setting for my kids. And those are really reasons why you know, I'm in the space that I'm in and working on the craft that I work on. But to get a little bit of validation, a little bit of shine from a level like that, a you know, local publication, that it's a big deal. I mean, you know, people get out billboard money to campaign for it and you know, share that accolade with the city. And so to be able to look at those three plaques on my wall and know that we just, you know, kind of keep making it happen. You know, whether it's an album we've dropped or whether we're just staying in people's faces with bars videos or singles that we're dropping or whatever, to be able to have that kind of consistency is huge. And you know, the first, let me think. So first 2 years that we won, you know, it was cool to be able to go to the party and share that with my wife, and I know Zach enjoyed being able to share that with his girl. The third year, it was kind of late notice for me. No shade to the Inlander. I know they got a lot of people to notify, but yeah, we just didn't really know that we had even won until like the day of the party.
I'm pretty sure. So here's a secret to everybody: you can find out who won the Inlander Best of like the day before, because they release it digitally on their thing, and the Inlander comes out on a Wednesday technically, but and I text you, and you didn't even know.
I didn't know until you texted me. You texted me the day before. Congrats. I said, on what? So I'm not going to put my homie on blast, but my homie had won for a different thing, and he had the ticket link, so he kind of sent me the ticket link to the third party. And my wife, she wasn't feeling real good, and so I was going to go solo, and then I decided, man, you know, let me take this opportunity to share this with my kiddo, and I got to take my 10-year-old Kennedy to the party.
That's awesome.
She got to be my date, because, you know, I would like to think that, you know, we're going to keep being consistent, and maybe we got a 4th win in the bag next year, but there's a lot of talent in the city, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot lot of people doing a lot of things, and it feels like a lot more than what I'm doing, and you know, and I'm trying to do a little bit more, but I'm not looking at the fourth year as a guarantee. I don't look at anything as a guarantee or an assumption. So I said, if this is going to be the last year or not, I want to make sure I got a chance to kind of share this with my kid. And so she had a great time, and
that's cool.
Yeah, I got to make friends with the people at the museum and stuff. And,
yeah, it was at the Mac this year.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. It's always cool to win a best of. All right. Well, we're on to pie number 3.
All right. I think I set my fork down at some point.
I just stole it from you.
You did?
Yeah. And I'll give it back to you. All right. Now I'll put it in a spot where you can get a good piece.
Is this pie number 3?
This is pie number 3.
All right.
Oh, right here. It's right here.
Where? Oh, wait.
There you go.
This is a very humbling experience.
Oh!
let me just say. All right. Ooh, pie number 3. All right.
You got some good crust in there.
Oh, yeah? Okay. All right. Okay. That one, it's a little, I don't know if that one got the Granny Smith apples in it. That one's a little tart. A little more tart than the other two. Got a little snap to it.
How's the crust?
The crust was nice. Let me hold on.
Is it cold at all?
No, it's not cold.
Oh, good.
It's not cold. It's nice. Let's see here. Let me figure this out.
I don't have any. Oh no, do I have napkins? Oh, I have no napkins. Let me grab a napkin.
We don't need them.
You don't need. Oh, okay, we got it.
Don't worry about that. Where's the beer?
Oh,
Hot, cold, left, right, up, down. Thank you, sir.
Well, I'm gonna ask one more question, and then we're gonna do a little quick taste test on them all again, and then you're gonna tell me which ones are which.
Let's do it.
Number 3, we're here to talk about Humble Pie.
Yes, sir.
Where did this song come from, and kind of break down what the song's about?
So this song, sort of an interesting thing. You don't really get to decide when art happens. You know what I'm saying? Occasionally, things aren't meant to be what they're meant to be until later. Zach and I, we have been making music for a long, long time, many, many years. And if you have followed us for many years and have seen any of the just random bars we posted, or we were doing a 4 bars daily challenge where we would spit, just 4 bars every single day and post it up and just try to write every day and keep the iron sharp. But there have been times like some of our biggest songs, like our song Bojack, originally came from a bars video that Zach had done years prior, and part of the bars video got turned into a hook, and then I wrote a verse and it became a banger song. Humble Pie, kind of a similar thing. This song, its roots go back to 2018, if I'm being completely honest. I had a bars video, and I actually just found the bars video in an old folder when I was going through the computer the other day.
That's awesome.
I'm probably going to post it up just so people can see the history. But it was a bars video I had shot at Zach's house, and it was to a completely different beat, just something we had pulled off YouTube. We were freestyling to, and basically what became the first verse and most of the hook to Humble Pie is that bars video from 2018. And probably about a year and a half ago, I was going through beats and I was trying to put together some music, and a lot of times when you have a 2-man rap group, like I used to be in a 5-man rap group, and I think maybe out of the 20 shows we did, there was only 1 or 2 of them where all 5 of us were at the show. A lot of times it was 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5, or people filling in verses. Really hard to schedule that many people. Even with 2 people, it can sometimes be hard to schedule performances that both people can be at. Right. Sometimes things come up, people get sick. Sometimes shows are in jeopardy. So there have been times where, I have wanted to kind of build out my solo material to be able to fill in those gaps or take those show opportunities without having to necessarily rely on what the other people have going on.
Right.
And so I threw on this beat, and it just started speaking to me, and I started writing to it what became the second verse of Humble Pie. And I just started kind of throwing together a couple things, and for some reason that hook to that bars video just came back to me in a freestyle, and I was kind of spitting it to the new beat and figuring it out and feeling it out. I was like, oh, this could be dope. I'm kind of onto something. If I change this here or move this here, change some of this stuff. The first verse had a bar that was kind of bigging up Kanye, because in 2018 you could still kind of big up Kanye. You don't want to big up Kanye anymore, so the Kanye bar is not in the final version of the song. But,
understandable.
Yeah. And even in 2018, I was like, I'm on my classic Ye shit, my vintage Ye shit, my old, I'm not even 2018 Ye is somebody I'm identifying with, but college dropout Ye, late registration Ye. That's we can that was still okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. But I have a part in the song where I say, wait till I get my money right, because I'm kind of going off the old, the Jeezy hook on the old Kanye song. But yeah, man. So I kind of started throwing these pieces together, and the recording process for Humble Pie, we were kind of in a transitionary period where the studio that I was at was just so far away from my house, and we were looking to kind of level up and do something different, try some different things, and we weren't really sure. I had recorded one of my songs, Lows, at Panoramic Dreams when it was open, when TS had the studio.
Right.
And that, fun fact or not fun fact, depending on how you look at it, much blessings to the man. He's got purpose and he's doing his thing, and I wish the studio would have continued, but everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. But Lows was actually the final song that was ever cut at Panoramic Dreams.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the last song that ever went through the doors of that studio.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful to TS for putting his hands on the mix and making it sound the way that it did and getting it ready for release. And Bendy and Nate Synonymous actually ran that session to help me record that song. And I had hit TS back to try to book another session for Humble Pie because we got done with Lows, and I had kind of started to put down some bones on Humble Pie at Panoramic. And I hit him up to book another session. He said, hey, dog, actually, we're kind of wrapping things up here, so I'm not going to be able to book you. And I was like, man, here I was thinking I'd found a new studio, and now that situation's changing. So Nate, shout out Nate Synonymous, man. He actually had a microphone and a little red, M-box, input to record, little home studio setup. I said, maybe I can just do this myself. So I bought that off of him. Shout out to him for coming through in the clutch, and I recorded basically a demo scratch track of Humble Pie.
Gotcha. And
was kind of learning how to mix it and kind of following some tutorials on it. And I had it sounding reasonably good. I even was able to put together a show set for it so I could perform it because that was kind of the original impetus for creating the song, is being able to have something I could perform at a show. And so a lot of the first times people ever heard Humble Pie when I was performing it live were just this little demo track, scratch track show set I had put together on the home studio.
Yeah.
And then the time came to get serious and think about releasing it. So I ended up booking some time with Bendy and them because they were kind of trying to do their own studio thing after the Panoramic thing had fallen apart. And so I went over there and sat with Bendy and recorded a whole another version of it. And he did a really good mix on it, and he had some other people in there helping engineer it and put it down. And they did a great job in getting it like further and leveling it up and getting it to a level that it wasn't at previously. I was a little off with my vocal performance on the day that we recorded it. I still had some parts of the song that weren't fully figured out yet. And it just didn't end up coming to the point where I was ready to release it. I had Bendy send me a couple mixes of it, and I was about to put it on Spotify and just say, fuck it, we got to let this one go. I put a lot of time into it. And then again, Brennan, I got to shout you out, man, because you dip into my DMs when the time is just right, and you say, hey, how about this guy Sherm? What, you ever heard of this guy Sherm? I said, no, I never heard of Sherm. And man, life-changing DM that you sent me. So I got to shout you out for that because
appreciate that.
Yeah, ended up over at Sherm's house. Humble Pie is the first thing we ever cut with Sherm, and just as much as Bendy and those guys leveled it up and helped me figure out where I wanted to go with the track, and I'm super grateful to them for what they did and the time they put in. Sherm, just like I say, his input and his process, he took the shit to the next level. Added some surprises and some change ups and some just crazy shit that it never had before, and now like it's my baby. It is more than a year in the making, and it is a testament to me reminding myself that I need to be humble, and that sometimes things just take time, the time that they take, and they'll happen when they're meant to happen. But also in the spirit of kind of stepping out on my own and doing more solo stuff. I love everything that I do in the context of the group with Exact, and I'll always make music with my guy. That's my guy. But I do feel like when you're in a duo, and that's the setup. You know, it's hard not to get kind of lost in the mix a little bit, or it's hard not to feel like, you know, there's sometimes where you know you want to be able to step out or differentiate yourself. That's why like out of the bag is something that I do to kind of differentiate myself or make a mark so people remember Matisse and that sort of a thing. So Humble Pie is basically, you know, me saying like, y'all look, like I get down, and when I get down something serious, and you know. You might just have to eat a slice of that humble pie. So.
I mean, I've talked to a few rappers in Spokane, and I would say the consensus I get back is that you are one of the best lyricists in Spokane, and
I appreciate that.
And I hear that in Do It For. I hear that in the stuff you do. You're in Exact Change stuff, like you, and then obviously the Out of the Back stuff is really cool. Like you have an aura about yourself. And I would say you're not humble about it, but that's a good thing, right? Like, because you are very like, you're good at what you do, and people will tell. I mean, people have said that about you, and I think, I think that's such a cool thing to recognize, of like being able to step out of your, you know, comfort zone and do something, you know, by yourself, because I know that's, I mean, I don't know if it's, I feel like that's a logical and next step for you, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is, like, you know, tomorrow's not guaranteed. You know, you don't know how much time you're really going to get with this. I mean, the reason why the craft is so polished is because I've been at this, you know, 20 some odd years, and it's a love of mine. It's something I want to share with the people around me, and, you know, want to show my kids it's never too late to give up on a dream, or to have dreams, or to flex that creative muscle. It's, you know, you can do this as long as your heart will take you. But yeah, I mean, it is the next step and the next place that I want to take it, because I don't know. I don't want it to be the end of all this shit, and I didn't have something that I can stand on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely the first of many solo efforts you'll be hearing. I don't know if I have a whole album put together yet, or what's going on with that, but definitely working on some singles. Definitely got some sessions booked, and yeah, really trying to kind of leave my mark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My impression.
I mean, I will say, like, I have to imagine you're not one of the, like, of the rappers I've talked to, like, they have a freaking Google Drive of hundreds of songs. You probably don't have 100 songs like that are recorded, right? Like,
I mean,
do you like solo stuff?
So not 100.
Okay.
But truth be told, I had a whole solo thing going before me and Change linked up, and I mean, this is years ago now, so it's stuff I don't know if people would ever hear. But to the point with Humble Pie, you never know. One of these old verses or old little things might rear its head in some form or another.
Definitely.
I probably do have, I mean, probably a good 30, 40 some odd songs. Not 100, but I got quite a bit of music from back in the day that just never really saw the light of day because I wasn't ready. It was putting in the 10,000 hours.
No, for sure. You probably listened to the new Clips album.
Oh yeah.
And I was listening to that, and I was thinking the whole time, I'm like, I wonder how many of these songs were in the can.
Yeah.
Like, have been in the can, and they just like never came out, and just Pharrell was sitting on them, and then obviously like Clips had their falling out, and then they came back. Did they have a falling out, right? Like,
well, so it wasn't so much of a falling out, but Malice decided he didn't want to rap about Coke no more, and he found God. And so he changed his name to No Malice, and he dropped a couple of albums that were more on the religious tone.
Okay.
But he was still kind of talking about how he used to sell drugs. And I was like, bro, if you're still going to kind of do the same thing and just be like, Jesus knows I sold drugs. Like, man, can we just do Clips and call it a day, please? Because, you know.
Well, let's do the final taste test.
Yep.
I'm going to line these up in front of you, and we're going to figure out which one's which.
Okay.
And do you have a preference of where you want to start?
Let's run them again, same order. Let me start back at one. Let's Brian McKnight it.
There's the first one.
Okay.
These all going to taste a little bit different now too, because they're not going to be as warm.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You ain't got to reheat it to eat it. Okay.
Okay. That's the first one.
Do you want me to guess already?
No. Should you guess right now? You want to guess right now?
I mean, I can.
Let's guess right now. What is this one? What is the first one you tried?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say that is homemade.
Ooh.
I think, or wait, maybe hold on. I didn't get. Where'd it go?
It's right here. Right here.
All right, I didn't get crust. Where's crust?
Right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get crust. Hold up.
No, this might change how you
Oh. Okay.
picture it.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, I can taste the butter in that though. This is the farm one, or fancy, or is that store bought? That can't be store bought, right? Oh, wait, hold on. No, wait, wait. The warmth is killing me because the butter's coming out of the crust, but I think that might actually be store bought. I think.
No. Well, I'm gonna let you taste the other ones.
Okay.
And then you tell me.
I'm really not good at this. I'm not a
No,
pie
you're
connoisseur.
fine. Here's the next one.
Man. No, that's got to be homemade, bro. That's either got to be homemade or the farm one, or fancy store bought or whatever.
Farm. We're calling it a farm fresh or farm stand.
Farm to table.
Okay, taste that one, and then we're gonna do the last one. And then I'm gonna run you. I'm not gonna have you taste them again. But I'm gonna be like, what was the first one? What was the second one? What was the third one?
Okay.
Here's the third one.
All right. I'm gonna get them all wrong, bro.
That's fine.
I'm gonna get them all wrong.
They all taste good.
Yeah, they all. This is great. You know the thing about this song that I didn't realize, I've eaten more fucking pie promoting this and doing content for this than I have in my whole life, and that's a good thing. Man. Okay.
All right. So, what is first one? First pie.
Pie number one. I'm gonna say fancy store bought or farm pie.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the butter in the crust gave it away. So fucking good.
Okay, so I got to shout out Crothers Critters up on 7 Mile. My friend CallyAnn, she owns the farm there, and I went and picked cherries at her
CallyAnn
at her farm, and I said, "Hey, I'm doing this thing. Can I get one of your pies?" And she's like, "I'll just give you one, and I'm gonna bring it to your studio." And it came to me in a box.
Wow.
Like warm. It has like cranberries in it. It has
Holy shit.
It's really, really good. It has like oatmeal in it as well. I think it's like
I can taste the oats.
And but it is. I'm gonna take a little bite of it because I have not tried it yet. But these are so good. You can go to her Instagram and you can order these from her.
Go shop with CallyAnn, y'all. That's a good pie. That's a really good pie.
It's so good. Mm-hmm. Crothers Critters. All right, pie number two.
Pie number two. I'm going to say pie number two. Gosh, this is so tough now. This is so tough. It's down to two. And I know your wife made one of them. So what if I call hers store-bought?
I don't think she would mind. I think she might actually take a...
That's true. That's true. I feel like pie number two might be... God, is it... Pie number two might be store-bought. This is pie number two?
You want to taste it again?
Yeah, well, let me...
I got you a bite right here.
Where's the fork?
Right here. Oh.
No, that's homemade.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's homemade.
All right. Well, that means you got the third one right
Yeah,
then.
the third one's store-bought for sure.
Store-bought. Yeah. So shout out my wife. I dropped this on her on Saturday. And you can take off your blindfold now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you want to keep on Stevie Wonder in it.
No. Yeah, hey.
Hey, he might not be blind.
He is not blind, bro. I'm here to share the news. I'm here to share Stevie Wonder.
I read literally an article this morning about Stevie Wonder, like how like it's all of. I mean, it's not. He's what their people are saying is that he is partially blind, and I don't know. He says that he's blind. So
did anyone ever try to throw something at him real quick? Did anyone ever try? Because I feel like that's the key.
So on Saturday I told my wife, I was like, "Hey, can you make me a pie, like an apple pie?" And she's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I'm doing this thing with Mike," and she's like, "I'll do it for Mike."
Yeah, Abby, that's what's up.
She only makes it like twice a year for Thanksgiving and for Christmas.
That's delicious. That's delicious.
It's a family favorite. I love her pie.
Pause. All right. So yeah, that's the cranberry one. Obviously, this is homemade.
Yeah, that's homemade.
Yeah,
yeah,
that looks homemade, and this does look store bought.
Yep,
I will say. Which store though? Shout them out.
Yolks. I mean,
Yolks.
How is it?
The folks at Yolks. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's good.
You know the problem with getting a pie at a store is that you have to buy it frozen.
Yeah.
And I actually bought a half a pie. and I put it in. We have a little toaster oven here, and I toasted it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was still cold, but then I just freaking put it in the microwave and just heated it up.
There you go, man. Yeah, no, we we went out to shoot promo for this, and I had gone to, I want to say like Super One or Rosars the day before, and they only had one pie in the, wasn't frozen, it was in the cool case, and it was a Marionberry pie. So it was a little redder than I wanted. You know the song, I said indigo colored crumble, so I was hoping for a blueberry pie because the indigo was blue,
sure.
more blue violet. But the red pie was actually cool. The imagery ended up really cool with the album art and stuff like that, the cover art for the single with the red candle and the, you know, all the other stuff I had going on. But we were out there to get the light right. We were out there at 8 in the morning to shoot it. Yeah, met up at 8 in the morning. So I'm there just going in on a pie at 8 a.m. before coffee or anything. And
you could have some coffee on the side.
Caught myself a little tummy ache, so don't ever say I don't suffer for my art. You know?
And so Exact helped you with the content?
Yeah. He went out and shot for me. So yeah, he's kind of learning some things with the camera, and you know, we're just kind of doing it ourselves, man. Just figuring it out.
So release date July 22nd.
July 22nd.
Everywhere you listen to music.
Everywhere, yeah.
Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music.
On the street, on the back deck, in the den. Yeah, wherever you listen to music.
Yeah.
On the shitter.
Do you have a video come out with it?
So not yet. We're working on a possible visual. I've been trying to meet up with some local videographers to actually shoot like long form content or like a full video for it. But yeah, I just had schedules haven't lined up quite yet. So video I would like to do. I don't have any set plans for it yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I would like to say yes, a full video would be good.
Well, I don't know who the names are of them yet. I also shout them right now on this, but like, let's talk afterwards. I feel like there's someone that I met this weekend who is apparently doing some music videos stuff for like free. They're working for free. They're trying to do music videos for people for free.
For exposure? I love that. Yeah. I will expose myself on camera if need be.
You did this show at Brickfest.
Brick. Yeah.
And do you have anything coming? Do you have anything coming up soon?
I wouldn't say soon. We're kind of taking the summer to chill. Zach's on vacation with the fam right now. They're at a lake cabin for a week. I, like I say, have been kind of focusing on getting some new music in the spot where I want to get it in and getting it ready. We right now have there's the new little spot on Monroe that opened up, the Garden Gate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we have kind of a little intimate thing going on in September there, early September.
Nice.
Like September 9th, I want to say it is. It's like a Tuesday evening is what they do typically. But yeah, limited capacity. We're going to be doing like pretty much all new music. Zach's got new solo stuff from his album. I've got new solo stuff I'm in the studio working on now and dropping, you know, in a week. And so, yeah, we're trying to do basically like an all new set of just vibes and stuff that we've created that we want to share with people. And I think we are just now finalizing like opening acts and stuff like that for it. So,
nice.
Yeah, September 9th is the next thing on there. But I mean, shit, book me, hit me up. If y'all want raps, I got them. I'll freestyle out the bag. I do kids' birthdays, parties. I can learn some magic tricks. Whatever y'all want, man. Let's go.
I was going to ask, like, so after Humble Pie comes out, like you mentioned, you're working with Sherm. You're going to be doing some other songs.
Yeah.
Like, do you see yourself releasing stuff on like a more monthly, every other month kind of basis, or is it just kind of like as stuff comes to you?
I would say pretty consistently the goal is to have something dropping every month. Like I know we got Humble Pie dropping right now. Zach's finishing up his album. He's got some things he's working on. We have a single dropping next month. Okay. I don't have a firm date on it yet, but that's coming soon. And then, like I say, I'm in the studio again tomorrow, working on some new stuff. And yeah, the plan is to either him or I or us have something in your face every month.
Yeah, I mean, Alley Oop came out in June. Kind of a back and forth, like, which was really, really cool.
That was a fun one.
And it worked well. Coming out around Hoop Fest time.
Hoop Fest and NCAA and all kinds of things were going on.
And so I'm always excited to hear what's coming out. And I mean, of the rappers I know in Spokane, like you excite me. I look forward to your music coming out.
Thank you, man.
I luckily got this one really early, and I go on, I save it in my files, and I play it in the car for my kids.
Nice.
They're excited. They always they know your voice now when you rap.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're like, oh, is this a new Mike song?
That's one of the other things about doing it in the duo is you always kind of get that that hesitancy of people like, wait, which verse are you, or which part are you doing, or where are you at on this song? It's like, if it's my song, I'm on the whole song, so
right?
You know it's me.
Well,
so.
what's funny is I played Alley-Oop for them, and they got that it was you and Zach.
Yeah.
And then I played Humble Pie, and Link did ask, like, is this Mike or Zach?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's Mike. This is his solo song. And he was like, oh. And they just love music, and so it's cool to have them listening to local music that they actually like.
Yeah,
you know?
No, it is cool. We love being able to create that and being able to create music that, I mean, it still has plenty of, it's got lyrical like edge to it and metaphors and stuff like that, so it does have stuff for hip-hop heads. It's got a little bit of the stoner content mixed in. That's where our roots are at. And so but we branched out. We're family men now, and it's like I want my kids to be able to listen to my records and stuff, so I'm not rapping about some of the stuff I used to rap about. It's kind of a cool feeling to do something like Brickfest. Like, I don't know if you were there for the end of the set or stayed for the whole thing, but when we did our last song, Togetherness, my kids came up on stage because they wanted to come up, but as soon as the other kids saw that kids were on stage, we had a flock of kids just kind of like surrounding the stage.
Yeah, Link and I were right there.
Jumping up on stage. Yeah. Other people's kids, people were asking their parents, can I go on stage? And so it was just kind of this cool moment. I wish we got more pictures of it, but it's like,
that is cool.
Wu-Tang is for the children, man. So, I like being able to create in a space where I can stay true to hip-hop and the lyrical end of things, but also like soccer moms can bump it on some Macklemore shit.
Yeah.
Or like people aren't afraid to let their kids hear it because it's pretty light on the vulgar stuff and the glorifying the stuff and the, so.
I agree. I would say if you want to tone it down for the kids, do it. I think I let my kids listen to Kendrick and all the stuff, and I do too. So I'm like, it's better for them to learn. I mean, that's how I got introduced to it. I was listening to freaking P. Diddy and the Family.
My dad was throwing Nelly CDs out the car. I was listening to Ludacris. But no, I tell my kids that all the time, man, is like, this is the art that they created, and this is the voice and the words they chose to create that art. If you wanted to create a piece of art tomorrow, and in that piece of art you wanted to say fuck you, if you have a reason for doing it, do it.
Yeah.
That's your art. I can't criticize what you want to do with your art.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think this ended up being a full length podcast.
I talk a lot.
No, but it's great. I'm excited that I was able to sit down with you and have a full conversation.
Long overdue for sure.
Kind of tell the story. And I've already said this enough. I do this at the end of every fucking podcast where I thank you again and tell you how great you are.
Thank me, bro.
Not thank you, but thank you for all you do. You give to the Spokane and the music that you make, what you make, and then all the stuff you and Zach have made is very, very special, and it's gonna live in our city for a long time. And I hope to keep on. I hope to see you performing when you're 50 years old.
I hope so too, man. I hope so too. I would love to be doing this still, or showing the kids how to do it, or whatever. I'm going to be a part of things no matter what.
Absolutely. So. Well, Mike Matisse, thank you again, and go stream Humble Pie. Go grab your favorite pie from the store, or go to Crothers Critters and grab a pie from CallyAnn. You might be able to hit up my wife, and she might make you some pie.
Yeah, does she take Venmo or Cash App or whatever? Can I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I can Cash App you for your wife's pie, that would be incredible.
I was gonna tell the prices of each of these pies. Abbey said it cost her about $10 to make this pie.
Okay.
This pie from Yolks was actually a half pie, and it was only $5. And then this from Crothers Critters, you got to reach out to Callie to ask her how much her pies cost. They're farm fresh.
That's a prime pie, bro.
They're really good pies. Like, she sells these during like Christmas time.
That's a good Christmas pie. And the cranberries, out of this world.
And they're not, I wouldn't say they're not cheap, But like they're nice pies. Like you go to freaking Birdie's, you're gonna spend $50 on a pie.
That's true.
So
that's true.
And that's
Callie, if you want to collab on some content, girl, hit me up. We can do some humble pie stuff. We can do a personalized humble pie.
Oh man, she has a whole farm of this. She has peacocks. She has alpacas. She has a llama. Some pigs. Like you could definitely get some content out on the farm.
I love that.
So, well, thank you all again so much for listening. Until next time. Peace. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but go listen to Humble Pie on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, you name it, it's there. The links to find it are also in the description of this episode, so you can go find it there too. But if you don't want to wait, here's the first minute of Humble Pie. But I'm only going to give you a minute, then you got to go listen to it. Thank you all again for listening. Until next time, peace.
Up on a cloud that was in blue zone with the number 9 in my zone. I was buzzing off indigo colored crumble. Play the game, no fumbling or undermining the mission. Focus my competition, could get a slice of that humble pie. I'm running routes, they don't run it right. My whole squad is here with cold bars and beer, giving you vibes like a summer night. I bring light like stars up here and ride with it like Paul Revere. I start here, take it back to basics. I'm about to say fuck the day shit, then I'ma turn a bank to a banquet. Wait till I get my money right. Can't tell me nothing. This boy been hungry, holes in my stomach, no belly button. Fake friends said they had my back, but they was really frontin'. Ain't that really something? Type shit to make your heart grow cold as the frozen tundra. They don't even deserve a word, so I position my birds and I hold them up with that's a double fuck. No double cup up, a crutch to lean on. Matisse the beast, the boy wonder phenom. I'm undefeated, boy, press your luck. Hey yo, him and Zach suck, all they make is weed songs. Ain't it funny how all you dudes could choose to be anything in this world and you choose to be wrong? I woke up on a cloud that was in blue zone with the